Everyone is obsessed with tier 5, but what if I tell you that some tier 1 and tier 4 troops give you more value than tier 5 in specific situations? And if you're ignoring them, you're literally wasting efficiency. Today I'll show you exactly which low tier troops are secretly broken and when to actually use them. I get this question in under one of my videos where a person asked me, okay Burgas, it's tier 5. Do you actually use some other troops different from tier 5? And this is what I'm going to share with you in this video. Before we jump, don't forget to hit one like, also subscribe for more Call of Dragons videos, and ask your question if you have any in the comments below. So I'm going to start with the first one, and basically this is one of my favorite one, and I use it from after 2 months playing Call of Dragons. I understand this is something that I have to use, and this is tier 1 cavalry. Right now I have one tier 1 cavalry in. Okay, this is a tier 2, but if I go and open, you go. Okay, tier 1 is actually donkeys, sorry about that. Tier 2 knights. Why I keep two tier 2 knights in my castle? The reason behind is simple. I keep 2 because if I get rally, the majority of the cases one of these 2 is going to get killed, and the second is still going to left me with 1. But what is the main purpose of this tier 2 cavalry? The reason behind is the march speed. Something that I want to point out before I continue in the video is all the lowest tiers are having better march speed. So tier 2 cavalry is having 242 march speed, tier 5 is having 208. So you see difference from 42 from 26, sorry, 20, is it 24 more march speed in total, just from this cavalry tier 2 compared to tier 5. So this one is better for the march speed. So where we can actually use this one is for mana stones, obviously. When you have them, and for example the mana stone is maybe next to the dragon, you can just send this troop and it's going to go way more faster to the mana stone. Right now we're not having any kind of mana stone, but you get the idea. Cavalry by default are having the biggest march speed in Call of Dragons, so having the fastest cavalry, aka tier 2, is going to guarantee you're going to go faster and get the mana stone. And this is very important when, for example, you walk in, you see you have to teleport somewhere and start fighting, and you want to get the mana stone faster. You do it with this cavalry. Some optimization, I'm going to give you some hints, is I'm using Emrys with Athios. Athios is going to give me more march speed. Legion get 20% march speed and take 10% less damage. On top of that, also Emrys is going to give 10% more march speed. Emrys is having also the mobility talent tree, where I exactly pick all the march speed possible to make even faster my legion. And like this, I just sent Emrys and I know everything is done. This is one of the lowest tiers that you can actually use. This is tier 2 cavalry for mana stones or anything that need to be grabbed fast around the map. So this is one of the things. This next thing is going to be tier 1 again, but this one is going to be infantry. Now, some people, heal donkeys. When we're talking about this quest in the KVK, where you have to hit 15 million resource healed troops. Obviously the donkeys are the cheapest troop to be just healed, but if you want to get some extra value, I strongly suggest actually go and check out the tier 1 infantry. Now tier 1 infantry, oh my god, look at this bad boy, brother. I feel even sad by looking this guy. I mean, imagine to have these people on the battlefield. Absolutely wild. But anyway, what I want to point out here is the HP is like 140, the physical damage, physical defense 145, and etc. Obviously cannot be compared with the tier 5, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to not heal donkeys, and when you're doing some healing you still want to get the benefits from the troop you're healed, swordsman is a good pick. Obviously don't use tier 1 with your Goresh Kuma. For example, use it maybe Garwutiliana or some other legion, not with the best one, obviously. But yeah, tier 1. Now let's make some comparison. We have like 140 HP, 145 physical defense. If I compare it with the tier 4 knights, they have, yeah, one idea more HP, but still is going to perform very nice with couple words. Tier 1 is going to perform very nice on the battlefield, still going to die faster, but you can even use some artifacts, like for example the frost ring is also an option. The point is, with this tier 1 you want to heal them with resources. They're not costing that much. For example, this tier 2 knights, basically my only cavalry that I have. If we go in the resources, you're going to see that there is no mana requested to heal these knights, so it's not going to need some mana. You're not going to spend mana, so you can actually gather from your farms that extra resources. And still is going to be extremely valuable in the battlefield. Still you're going to be able to do some blinky stuff and etc. So one legion of tier 1 infantry is also a good one. Now let's jump over the other troop that I want to point out, and this is the tier 4 Celestials. Tier 4 Celestials right now, they're doing magic attack 251. With all the bonuses, we're talking about 332, but 251 is the base stats for tier 4 Celestials. If I go and check here out the Vestals, you're going to see tier 5 Vestals is having like 292. 292. Here we're not having 251. So there is like 40s and something base stats, magic attack, damage difference. But Celestials are tier 4. The Vestals are tier 5. Obviously, to heal tier 5 is way more expensive from this to heal tier 4. And also the HP 192. I have to mention that here also we have a difference in the HP, but it's not that big. So you can guess that the Celestials tier 4 are close, it's not the same, are close to the Vestal tier 5. So if you go and right now you become a tier 5, just go for Celestials, go all in over the Celestials. You don't need that much Vestals. I actually regret a little focusing over Vestals when I was building my legions, but you see the difference that tier 4 Celestial is close to same by power with the tier 5 of Vestals. This is absolutely mind-blowing. And something else that I get as a comment, that's why I actually decided to build one big video with all the tips and tricks, is why I'm actually training tier 4. You see people are looking here and like, yo, why Burgas is training tier 4? The reason behind these events, I just want to make this thing clear because somebody can ask. Some people may be more shy and not actually ask, but I'm training tier 4 for events. In the events, going from tier 4 to tier 5 is just giving a decent amount of points. And I think right now we even have a strongest word to Okay, I guess this thing actually finished, but yeah, it's just giving good points when you upgrade from tier 4 to tier 5. It's going to be like 12 hours, and I mean the upgrade, but still the upgrade is giving a lot of points. This is the other thing I want to mention here. So at the end of the day, it's you can go and actually produce tier 5, but I don't suggest you. I mean, get like one cavalry guy who is going to go and grab milestones for you. Get one tier 1 infantry for healing to finish the quest in the KVK. I also suggest keep one tier 4 infantry also. This is something that I learned in MFD. This is one of the requirements, by the way. Just because tier 4, if you see them, they're very solid tanks. Absolutely enough to tank when a blink play is executed. They're having like 233 HP. Here is 269. So we're not talking about some crazy difference. You see even the bonuses that is applying, the defense also that's applying. So tier 4 is going to be more cheap from tier 5, and if you do a blink play, they are going to stop the mages for decent amount of time. Tier 5 may actually survive a couple more seconds, but still is just more cheap option. If you have some idea, I mean, for you personally, where you actually use some troops for something like not tier 5 troops, you can just write in the comments below so we can share more knowledge under this video. If you got that far in this video, don't forget to hit one like, also subscribe for more Call of Dragons content, and turn the bell notification. I'm going to point one video here. You can go and check her out. Definitely is going to be interesting. I wish you a great day, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.